Hey everybody, it's Andy here, aka Montoli, and we're back for another Vintage League playing CradleVine today. This is the second Legal Elf run today, and we went 4-1 in our first, and we're hoping to do a little bit better this time. If you did watch that video, I get into a 10-minute lengthy discussion about this deck, and because I have an opponent waiting, I don't want to delve too deep, but basic Bazaar Baghdad hollow line strategy where you get the vines, the root wallas, and the hollow ones. That doesn't need any explaining. The neat idea about this is the Hex Drinkers, which is a canister idea, powered out with cradles, 3 Yavamayas, Cradle of Gross, and 4 Gaia's Cradles, which basically allows you to cast your spells very consistently on turn 2. This deck is not reliant on the Bazaar or the Graveyard. There's such high card equity, you're not wanting to discard so many of these cards, and really on turn 2 you're supposed to be casting them. So all of that said, I want to move into our match here, and if you're looking for a more detailed description of this deck list, please watch my video of the same date, but the first one, this is the second. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you round 1. Okay guys, here we are for round 1, and we're playing CradleVine today. Let's see what we got. Aluris. Okay, well, I like my hand. And we did win the die roll. So we have a pretty good chance if we hit a creature off this Once Upon a Time to be able to get a turn 1 Vine because of the presence of the Black Lotus. So we're going to play this out. We did not actually hit a creature, believe it or not. That is so funny. Already got a Besiege in hand. I think I'll take a waste effect. I am going to play the Cradle out. Let's see if we hit a creature here. We did. It's a little bit of an unorthodox setup here, but I think that's okay. I think we're just on the Cradle plan here. And, you know, barring my opponent can just combo me off really quickly here, like, this is pretty strong. I'm going to start being able to get these things pumped up to a really high power level quickly. And, you know, from there, I think once I've got them both as 4/4s and out of reach of the removal, then we can sit back on Beseiju. I'm hoping my opponent's just going to wasteland me here. He didn't. Swords is looking like the play here. Time walk, okay. I mean, this is a little bit of an awkward hand that we had here. We were able to string it together, but... Excuse me. Let us see what we can do. Shredder, okay. Yeah. Totally fine. Um, 4, 7. Yeah, next turn we can Beseiju. I think this is fine. We'll get going like this, and I'm going to try and get mini Progenitus here quick, and then I can literally sit back on the Beseiju. I am playing with fire here with reference to the Breach combo, but they're so far away from it currently. I've got the one out of bolt range now. Swords, yep, makes sense. They're going to go after my 1, yep. So that does not allow me to go Saiyan next turn. But I will be moving closer towards that. Are they going to go after my... Yeah, they're going to go after my vine. That makes sense. That does make sense. Extra cradle's nice. I'm going to go for the second one here. I'd like... They eschewed not to do anything about it. I'm going to do this here against my better judgment. And the reason is next turn I'll be able to get one of them into Super Saiyan mode in the least. This is an automatic block my opponent has to make. Okay, well, I mean, Hex Drinker, guys, look pretty good there. So my opponent is playing the winning deck list from this weekend, got one of the challenges, and also came second place in the RCQ. It is basically a Lurrus Breach deck. Basically, it's a Jeskai Breach deck. And the first plan is to be able to get your Dread Hordes going and use the yard that way. And the second plan is to be able to Breach combo your opponent out. And the deck does not have a lot outside of Lurrus and those features. And Grafdigger's Cage is very strong against what they're trying to accomplish. So I think I am going to bring in... I think I like the Besage to stop to help with the breach, and I think I like the Endurances to mess with all the things I just said. I don't think that Force of Vigor is really where I want to be in this deck. It's not that great. I think Collector Roof is okay. It's probably better on the draw. Chalice is likely not great against them. But what Chalice does do is stop them from breaching and using their baubles. I'm going to try something like this, guys. Like, I don't know how good Chalice is on the draw. Come on, play a ley line. No ley line, okay. So the card that obviously gets me here really good is Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale. Yeah. Not likely to matter. I'm going to play around Tabernacle a little bit here. This is not a line I normally take. Consider, okay. Now we did come off the ability to handle a breach combo here by doing this line. Playing a little bit scared around Tabernacle, but what happens is I get to untap and I get to play out a bunch of nice creatures. And if they wasteland me here, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and do my thing here. Dreadhorde, yep. Dreadhorde is pretty scary here. I think this is a free attack. I'm not getting a Vengevine in. My opponent will not let me have it with the Tormod's Crypt, so I think it's fine. And if they want to block here, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to make a trade. Now, I'm presuming my opponent has the swords here, and I may have to endurance in response to their Dread Horde. They're just going to blow me out, but it's not like I'm kind of in a bad spot regardless. And if they force this is fine too. Expressive iteration, okay, and I got no plays. I think I let him have this. Like, I don't like 2-for-1ing myself here for a play like this. Like, yes, they're getting a card, but I think that's all right. Yuck. All right. Wasteland. Take my Bazaar. Took the wrong one. Pretty nice. This is my sideboard tech. Pretty powerful. Dread Horde no longer working. Just have to hope that they don't have any removal for it. I know they have an Abrade, and I think a Singleton Abrade, and I think they also have... they're just coming after my Bazaars. Just thinking if I want to take this, like their stuff away, but I'm not far off from just actually casting these. Like, yes, a Digger or a Treasure Cruise sucks. But to gut my hand to do it is, like, not optimal. Like, I think they're going to pull Lurrus here. No attack. Look at that. Gonna pump. I think this time I'm going to pitch one of the endurances. Just very proactively here. I'm going to get rid of their yard. I hope I don't get punished for this, but a Dig Through Time or a Treasure Cruise could be bad for me. And I think this is one of the ways that, because I still have the other endurance in my hand that I can maybe cast next turn, I think it's worthwhile doing it to keep them off balance. Wow, that's funny. They just go, why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. They lost their Tormod's Crypt for free, which could be relevant if I started to try wanting to string Vengevines together or something, but here comes Lurrus. I think I'm happy to trade with Luris here. This is a gambit. I mean, if they have it, they have it. I guess they could misstep this as well or force it, but I'm going to do this, and next turn we can make it a 4/4. I think it's worthwhile losing the 2 damage to do that. So they are going to remove my cage with all likelihood as my guess here, because they can't really win with the cage in play. But maybe they're scared enough of the Hex Drinker that they're just going to kill the Hex Drinker. Yes, I was going to say Swords does a pretty good job here because now it's going to allow them to attack in here. They can kill my Hex Drinker, but they can't replenish the swords there. I.e., okay. I'm hoping this does not find a wasteland. Or removal from my cage, that matter. Okay, that's good. Ragavan, okay. And swords. All right. Well, they can attack in pretty good here. I will block Ragavan, given the opportunity. They did not attack with Ragavan. Collector Oof. How do I feel about Oof? I think Oof is fine. I'm still going to attack here. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to do it in that order. They got my guy. It's true. Got to get in front of it. Sets Luris up to be able to kind of fight back a little bit, but if I find a land, I'm feeling good about myself. I did not, so we're just going to cast a Collector Roof here. Really wanting to get this Endurance into play if I can, but... Oh, Hardcast Force, okay. Yeah. So they're going to get 3 damage through, but more importantly, they're going to gain the life. But I might be able to ambush them if they're off the top of their library here. Consider, yeah. This one's slipping away a little bit from us. They've just been able to find enough tools to manage us here. Okay, that's a good one. Playing with fire here a bit. I'm going to see if I can ambush them here. Let's hope it works. Put all that stuff back in their library. We're at a holding pattern again. Nice, that was a good draw. Gonna take a gamble that if they want to attack into my 2 root walls, I'll double block. Ragavan land's a good one. Interesting. Getting chip damage in here, guys. Nice. No, they have to block one of my guys here. I think I can go with all of them, right? Yep. I'm going to gamble here. If they have removal, it's bad for me, but... Oh, that did not end up working out like I'd hoped it would. Oops. That was bad. Now they can stay alive by attacking into me. That was frivolous. Oops. I don't usually make a bad attack like that, but that one was bad. Good game, this one. Shuffle their library. Uh-oh. Doesn't work. Forced block here. All right. I think one of our scariest cards would be Ragavan coming out of their hand. Yeah, like, I mean, what's the point? Wow, big game. All right. Well, we got a game here, guys. I'm not feeling good now. I did not anticipate them to be have their big spells there, but if we can dodge removal here, it has to be swords. Okay. Well, it's not a swords. Okay. They're at one. I'm tempted to cycle here. I can just cast. Like, do I just hard cast the second endurance here? I probably do, you know. This way it means that they have to find two pieces of removal, and I get rid of their yard here. Just hard cast force. Okay. Okay. All right, that was a really nice win for us. And why do you think we won that game, guys? Grafdigger's Cage. I really like this tech out of this deck. It does not... Have you ever seen a Bazaar deck run Grafdigger's Cage? Ever? This one does. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you next round. Okay, guys, here we are for round 2 of our Vintage League. We did not win the die roll, but I think this was pretty reasonable. As long as our Lotus doesn't get canceled, countered, I think this is good. If he does get countered, we're in a pretty bad spot. It does resolve. I'm kind of hoping all my creatures resolve here. This one in particular. There's no point in baiting with a Hex Drinker. My opponent's not going to bite on a Hex Drinker. I was banking on that working, but it did not. And we're probably going to lose as a result of that. Would love a Bazaar or a Force of Vigor in my hand. One or the other. So close, but yet so far. Probably going to lose from here. Don't think it's worth trading that for a half of their card, a quarter of their card. They've gotten rid of their Brain Freeze, so the Lotus is not quite as effectual. I mean, maybe that was a loose keep on my part. Like the turn 1 Collector Roof into a Hex Drinker was going to allow us to start doing some things, but yeah. In a way, I'm pleased to see the Bazaar. Oh, Hex Drinker. Okay, that's smart. They just had the Lotus naturally. Interesting. Narset. Okay. Well, they didn't need to worry about Bazaar because of that. Okay. Well, if we find a land off the top, like a non-Bazaar land, we're going to be able to cast Collector Roof, which is relevant. I don't want to concede quite yet, but I feel like we're in pretty bad shape here. Like, just didn't find out one of my other 18 lands in my deck. Deck fading. Okay. I think we can scoop him up here. We're not going to win from here. Okay, let's see if we can do a little bit better this time. So, we definitely want this. I think they've got Breach combo and Citadel in their deck, so I think it's probably a reasonable thing to do this. I'm not sure how effectual Grafdigger's Cage is in a matchup like this, but it's just not something that your opponent's deck is expecting out of you, and they may not have any removal or a way to remove it, and basically shutting off Citadel and Breach is really big game, and if all I have to deal with is a Sphinx, I've got a very reliable manner of doing that in 4 Visage Juice. That's a mulligan. That's a powder. We'll put 1 back. What do we want to put back? I think probably... Ooh, I've got 3 Root Walls in here. I think I'll put back one of my Endurances. So I'm not cold to Breach. Powder that away. Powder. Good. So what's better for us here? To get a cage into play and play around Tabernacle? I don't think so. I think I'm going to Bazaar here. Well, I have an opportunity to do so. I do like Force of Vigor, but do this. And let's Once Upon a Time see what we find. Not much. I think I'd just take the Boseiju here. We're just gonna try and ride time with our hollow one, and hopefully we don't get tabbied or turn one tinkered. That would be unfortunate. Okay. Let's do it again, right? With the hollow one here now. And I wasn't keen to give those cards up, but because we had the hollow one and a shot at the vine, I thought it was definitely worth it. Play this out, see what happens. And here's our play. Cage is in, all right. Dak fading is a problem. We did see a Dak go to them last game. And we have a 2-turn clock on them. Okay. No Hull Breacher, so we're going to do this. We're going to do it again. Ah, dang, we only hit one. And let's see if this works. Nope, a braid. Okay, it was not pointed at the cage, which is good. Okay. Well, we're going to have a couple hits here at trying to get these vines going for the win. There's one. I'm going to draw because if the root wall is the third card on top, I want to be able to discard it or cast it for that matter. Oof. That's even better. I'm just going to play that. I could pump, but I'm just going to do my thing here and try and hit. We didn't hit, unfortunately. That's pretty sad. We had a real good chance at getting that to go, but we did mill or exile 3 root walls in our first powder hand. So yes, Time Vault will get us here if they are able to do it. Oh, they got it. Okay. That's just unfortunate we weren't able to kill them with the vines. We were just going to win there for sure, but that happens to you sometimes, guys. You just don't hit. And it looks like we are a long way off. Yeah. So what would have happened is I would have milled these two, then I would have milled these two, then I would have drawn the hollow one because I would have wanted the third one to be my best chance. So we would have went off next turn, but can't have it all, guys. That said, please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you next round. Okay, guys. Here we are, round 3, CradleVine. Let's go. Has merits, but I'm going to mull it. We can just do better. This one looks great. You even got the on-color mocks. The red root wallas, the blazing root wallas, are definitely one of the worst cards in the deck. Unlike the Jund version of Hogak Vine, where you can consistently pump your root wallas, this deck does not do that. Once Upon a Time first. I think I'm going to take the blazing root walla. This is a little bit greedy. So our hand didn't sculpt that nicely. We've got a lot of root wallas in hand. I guess, you know, if we get on top of our Bazaar next turn, it mightn't be so bad. But okay, his Cradle's pretty nice. We'll see. If we get punished for being greedy and taking the root walla instead of the second Bazaar, no idea what we're playing against at this point. Okay. Oh, whoa, we better get our wheels turning here. Really want a Wasteland or a Vigor here, or both. There we go. Okay. Say a Boseiju would be nice as well. We did not get there, so we could be in some trouble here. I have not done the math. We might be all right if the hollow one stays in play. Yeah, they've just conceded. So what would have happened? 4, 7, 8 we would have dealt. Yeah, we were okay. Oath. We've got 4 Boseijus in our deck. And look at this, cages. Okay. How nice is this? Opponent is down to 4. All right, well. I mean, they'll still can still beat you from this position. Right, what would be put me into some trouble is if they were to resolve a turn 1 Oath of Druids. What we need to do is we have to, Once Upon a Time, find a land that we can cast Cage off of and hope to survive that way. One is down to 4. Lotus, yeah. Let's see if they just have the Oath here. And they do. Now let's see what we get. There it is. That is definitely good. Take the Vine. It's a little awkward because the Vine is not going to work with the Grafdigger's Cage, but I think that's okay. How's that, guys? Grafdigger's Cage out of a Bazaar deck. The Cage is really looking good here. Love a Wasteland. Did not find one. One, two. Seiju sure looks damn good here too, doesn't it? All right. Hopefully they don't have a tabernacle. That would be a bummer for us, but even if they can remove the cage now, I will be able to hold up. As long as it's not time walk. Yeah, time walk. Okay. I mean, next turn I just pump my root wall and cast my hard cast my Vengevine, right? It's a lot of damage. Oko could be a player. That could get rid of my cage. But it won't be enough. You can deal 17. Just no need to do that, right? I got him on a 2-turn clock here. I just don't need to do anything. I don't need to be fancy. I just have to sit back and besiege you. Grafdigger's Cage, folks. All right, nice clean win once again. Grafdigger's Cage. Don't have it in the in my deck for Oath, but certainly splash damage there, and basically won us that game. That's 2 games in a row now that Cage has come into play and been very significant. I think we're onto a piece of tech here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Feel free to leave any comments, and we'll see you for round 4. Okay, guys, here we are, round 4. You guessed it, it's Luris. We're gonna mull this one. It's a nice looking hand. We did not win the die roll. Put away the Wasteland. I don't think I'm going to be able to have the luxury of keeping the Collector Roof in my hand, but we'll see what we can draw. We're going to see 3 new cards. Okay. Doing some sculpting. 1 top, 1 bottom. Right into the Lotus. How do you like that, guys? Okay. Oh, you've got to be joking. All right. Well, that's frustrating for them to have a Lotus into the time walk into a Ancestral. Like, that's kind of crazy. It's going to be really hard for us to win this one here, given what my opponent just did. But let's see. This is just a dash Dragoman. Lurrus, okay. Well, it is what it is. We're going to have to do our best to get things going here. Beseiju is nice, but it's not my priority right now. Our turn was good, but not as good as theirs. Like, Lurrus coming down into a Lotus here is just nasty. They're very likely to... They got swords, okay. Makes sense. I mean, we're not dead yet, but it's not looking good for us. Like, this is like, yeah. Gonna be hard for us to come back. They just play a Lurrus and a Lotus and whatever it is they're wanting to do. Yep. Okay, they're passing turn. So just, they don't have force up. Okay. Well, our roof might be effectual here. We'll see. Do I want to get in with my guy here? Probably not. I'm going to put them to the test. Let's see if they attack into my Youth. And if they do attack into the Youth, I'm not going to block. That means they want their mana, and I'll just consider it a +1 damage I got to deal. Okay, Dreadhorde is pretty bad for me. Where's my Grafdigger's Cage, right? Yeah, the problem here is that Swords is just nasty. We're not winning from here. We're just not. There's no way. But we got tech, guys. We got tech. We have got some tech against this deck. Let's try something like this, shall we? I don't know if you watched any of my previous videos talking about Grafdigger's Cage last week, and I was playing in an RCQ, and I was playing actually, ironically, against this deck. And I played Grafdigger's Cage, and after a mull to 4, like played a land, Cage was left with 2 cards in my hand, like just no bizarre, and they could not beat it. They could not beat the Cage. They just weren't prepared for it. So I think that Cage is good tech, because this deck is reliant on Dreadhorde, the Breach combo, in addition to Lurrus. That is its win condition. And none of those beat Cage. Or highly unlikely to. So hopefully we don't get tabbed here, but it's not the end all be all if we do. Okay. Lots of baubles. Cradle. It's actually not bad. Um, I'm going to play this out, guys. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I am just going to get going on things here. We do lose a couple damage by doing it this way, but it forces my opponent to have to remove it next turn, and if they don't, then we can maybe put it out of range. Well, not maybe, I will put it out of range given an opportunity to do so, because that's very hard to deal with. Okay, that's good news. We now need to avoid White Mox Lotus. Excuse me. Two bottom, okay. They got a crypt. You got it. It's not bad. I mean, I could get pumping here, my root walls, but that's just not my priority. I'm going to wasteland my opponent here. I can pay for all my creatures. My Hex Drinker is out of range. Now, they do have Prismatic Ending of note. And if they Prismatic End it here, I can double pump my root walls next turn, dealing 6. So let's see if there's probably an ending, is my guess. Yeah. Okay. Just going to cast this, guys, and wasteland my opponent. Take their yard away from them. Just continue to take their lands away here. I'm only getting in for a little bit of damage here, but chipping away. Okay, that ended up working out pretty nicely for me. I don't think I like Chalice that much on the draw. I mean, it's okay, but not great. I think I'd probably just prefer the Once Upon a Time here. Let's try this out. And that hand is not going to cut it. I can't keep that. Pretty tough mull to 5 there, but I was really tempted to keep that cage because it's just so good against them, but let's see what we can do here. I'll take the Collector Roof here. The Hex Drinker is tempting, guys, but until you really are able to turbo to turbo it out, it is so vulnerable to something like prismatic ending, and I don't want to go all in on that. Arcanist, okay. Arcanist is definitely a problem here. Let's rip a cage. Hmm. This is pretty bad for me. Not happy, but this is where we're at. I don't think we can win this game. It's going to be really hard to win from here. I think just given where I'm at, I think I'm just going to have to be really proactive here and take their brainstorm away. Not ideal, but that is the world we're living in. And I just hope they don't have anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's definitely ices me. Cage. All right, guys. Oh, next turn it was Cage. So close. All right, that was not a good game three. A little disappointed in the way this one came out, but you guys know the deal. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next round. All right, guys. Here we are, round 5 of our Vintage League. We're playing CradleVine. Not a great start to our this league, but that's okay. We can't always have them. This one's a mull. Hmm. We got to keep going. It's just not worth it. This time I'm going to gamble on the Once Upon a Time. We'll see how we do. 19 lands in the deck. We should be able to draw out of it. I mean, that's somewhat contingent on how we do, but gonna put the oof away, and I think I put a wasteland away, and we'll try something like this. We bricked. Pretty awful, guys. Jeez. I don't ever recommend doing what I'm doing there. If it pays off, you feel like a champ, but more often than not, it does not pay off because I mean, you think of the percentages. You're looking at the top 5 of 50 cards in your deck. It's not ideal. I'll just rob them of a card here. If they draw it, playing Ancestral, obviously, I'll be feeling a little bit disappointed about things, but Deathrite Shaman. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, can't say I'm pleased about this, but I am going to cycle now before Hull Breacher gets up. Not looking good. Vampiric. They're just going for a Lotus into Minsk and Boo? Unless I don't really know what's going on here, but could be just an ancestral, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that's not so bad. Come on, block. Play the hand we got here, guys. Just try and deal some damage here. My opponent's down to 11. Okay, I'm still drawing breath here. Um, Probably going to get countered. Jeez, I didn't expect that. All right. Wow. Not sure what to say about that one. Light black creatures cannot attack. Oh my lord. I am short for words. Well, I don't know what combo they got going on with Light of Day over there. Like, are they going to play Painter here? Painter's Servant? Proactively eating my Hollow One. Interesting. Guess I'll take a Cradle here. Getting in for damage, guys. Or maybe not. They had a Hull Breacher? No. I guess we'll just come off of Vigor here for a turn. If it's a Painter, I can kill it next turn. Perhaps. Somehow, I am still in this game. I have no idea. This has felt like I've been defeated, like, to the core here. But I guess we just do what we got to do. Try and get in. They have removal of some sort. Oh my god. For life. King Jellybean, respect. I have never seen light of day in Vintage before, although I love that block of cards, Tempest, and I'm well aware and familiar with this card, but um, I think that's all I can say. I'm just not sure what to say about it. I think it's hard to sideboard against this one, that's for sure. I'm just not going to really get too excited about anything here. Force of Vigor is a card I like to side out quite often with this deck, but when you see cards like Light of Day, it's probably just worth keeping them in. I mean, my 1/1 Basking Root Walla was the hero of that game there. Given that we were able to do what we did last time, I don't see any reason not to try and do it again this time. I mean, that's my combo. I probably can put the Seijo away. We got a game to give, guys, after that last one, I'll tell you that much. And that was about the worst draw I could have in my deck, Powder. Wow, okay. Not very good. Gonna get my buddy in here, though. Or attempt to get my buddy in. Yeah, it was Painter. Okay. All right, a little bit sketchier now. Well, are they going to grindstone me? I feel like I need to try and find a Beseiju here, guys. This is a little bit more scary now that they have the Painter on the table. Damn. That is so sweet. Mm-hmm. I mean, I need a Bazaar. I'd love a Beseiju here. Let's get her going. They're going to draw some cards, but there's not much I can do about it. They draw a card for the Vine. I'm aware of that. I can't even wasteland them. I have to get the Vine going here. It's one of the only ways I can win as we currently stand. So This at least shuts off the grindstone part of their deck, and we can kind of hopefully bide our time here and just not do anything other than pump our root walla and attack with the basking root walla and the Vegemite here, and hopefully find ourselves into a Beseiju or a Force Vigor. Oh, that exiled it. Okay. We got to give King Jellybean props. This is definitely one of the funnest decks I've played against here. So cool. Just get our damage in where we can. I guess I could have maybe cast, instead of dealing the extra damage there, I maybe could have cast a Serum Powder, allowing me to cast the Hollow one next turn. I may have to be proactive with my Bazaar here, but I hate that I'm discarding and giving them cards. Yep. Okay, we'll scrap that idea completely. Actually, this does nothing anyways. Just chipping away. Wow. Okay. It's pretty scary. Their timing was off there, but all right. Well, we are chipping away here. We just really need to find removal. If I can get rid of those compost, or more importantly, get rid of the Painter Servant, really is the card I need to get rid of. Mm-hmm. What a wild, wild deck. Cradle was a good one. They have the Purge. That's the problem. Hmm. They're going to purge here, I think. Yep. I have to take my Blazing Root Walla. Are they going to play that enchantment? Or are they going to reap again? That would be pretty wild. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there's reap again. Wow, that's so funny. This is the wildest deck I've ever seen. I am an appreciator. I mean, we guessed right. We've got all our Besaju in. We've got all our Force of Beggars in. We got the Bazaar. We just can't use it because it'll draw them so many cards. Gonna have to play out the Hollow one this time because I can't afford to lose both my oofs. I think we can go to the next game. Like, I'm kind of wanting to see what my opponent can do, but I'm kind of had enough of this. It's like getting ridiculous. We were nowhere near. Okay, so think I want Chalice. I think the Endurance might actually be decent against what this opponent is doing. Hexdrinker's solid enough. Yeah, I can't do all this though. The Endurance seems, with those reaps, the Endurance seems like it's pretty decent. Maybe I can bring in a couple. Take it a Once Upon a Time, take out a couple Hexdrinkers. Let's try that. Boy. Look, I'm going to keep this. I don't know if it's good or not, but I think it's fine because I think Collect Roof is reasonable, and Force of Vigor seems very solid against them, and so does Besaju. Like, I'm playing a longer game. I acknowledge that. As long as I can keep Painter off the table, Painter is what makes their deck go. Oh no. That's not very good, is it? Just takes away the Grindstone combo. And they have swords in their deck, but so awkward. Gonna keep the Besaju here for now. Mm-hmm. Mana neutral. What a crazy, crazy game this is. And I will say these are three of the crappiest hands I've ever kept in my life on Bazaar. But the good news is we get to see what my opponent's deck's doing, and it's super cool. Time walk, yeah. I don't like that I'm going to lose my Cradle, though. Did not expect to see a strip mine out of my opponent's deck, but then again, I'm not expecting to see any of these spells. They're so bizarre. Mm-hmm. Compost, okay. Okay, Cradle was a welcome draw. Like if they go to drop a painter here, I sadly feel like I'm going to have to Besage the Compost. I just can't have that combo in. And I'll deal with the painter with the Force of Vigor at a later time. I am chipping away here. This time I'll play a Besage. See if we can get some damage in here. All right, we are chipping away. It's a 2/1. Human Cleric. Okay. I have admittedly never seen that card in my life. Okay. Wow. Protection from black. Well, I just got to keep getting in here, guys. I can't sit around. I will crack off one of my vigors here. They're just going to block. They're not. I'm surprised my opponent did not block there. There's the painter. I don't really care about the compost that much. Just kill the other mocks and take it down. Take down their academy a notch. And they have a force here. It's fine. So fluster. Oh wow! Did not anticipate that. They're gonna get a card off my vigor here. How disappointing is that? All right. Well, Let's try again, shall we? I'm just going to get rid of the compost this time. I'm not going to fart around with this thing. All right. We're getting close. They can gain a whole bunch of life. Like they got a bunch of creatures in their yard. Yeah, they're just gaining life here. I just need like some creatures here that I can cast. No. All right. Not good for me. Got another vigor. I'm not trading with this though. I mean, the good news if I do though, yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, I can cast my Basking Root Walla here. Okay. Can't actually cast it. I think I'll cycle at the end of their turn here. I'm gonna pass turn. I'm gonna try and manually discard my Blazing Root Walla. Until my opponent actually does something. Painter Servant is the key to their deck. Bazaar would be good for me, wouldn't it? I guess that thing exiles, so my Vengemine's not looking solid here. Okay. Let's get a Vengemine into play, eh? Next turn I'll hard cast the hollow one. Yep. They can eat it. Okay. Noted. Wow. This is just wild. And my opponent is doing it. They're holding me back here. It's crazy. Well, that wasn't very good, was it? Not my most brilliant move, but I have sadly done the legend rule there. I didn't realize I had another Passaggio in play. Pretty big mistake, me not being able to get Hollow One in there. This stops Reap. This stops Painter. I hate to say it, I really need a Bazaar here. I'm so close to casting the Hollow One, like I just don't want to cycle it here for no reason. It's one of the ways I can win. And I have to be judicious with my removal here. I don't want to just, it really needs to be for a painter. Grindstone, okay. That does not work. Gonna pass turn here, guys. I just can't believe I'm playing this game right now. I really want to win too, but I don't know how good of a chance I have. This guy's deck is really something else. Swords to Plowshares, yep. Well, it turns my stuff on next turn. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not too worried about this right now. It's totally fine. Yes, they're milling me and getting cards out of my graveyard, but if that's the best they can do, they're gonna find gonna have a hard time with me here. I do want to cast this hollow one, but I don't know that I have the luxury of doing that. I don't really want to come off of Beseju here. That's my thing. Okay. Well, they got a vine and a noof. I guess I only have 23 cards left. Can you imagine I deck here, guys? Oh my god, this is so funny. I am going to have to find a bazaar here soon. I need help. Like, I can't win with a 1/1 Root Walla. My opponent has 6 cards in hand, too, which is crazy. Like, I'm not expecting my Hollow One to resolve here, but we're just going to do it anyways. Let's go. Hardcast Force. Believe it or not, I might actually have to kill this grindstone. Like, I hate to say it, like, I am starting to get into a position here where um, I am losing a lot of life, or a lot of my cards here. Like, I'll be down to like 15 cards by my next turn. Oh, they don't have the mana to do it. Okay. Oh, I didn't attack. Well, coupled with the fact I'm not playing this well, and the rogueness of my opponent's deck here, I probably deserve to lose this. And there's a Bazaar. And let's get going. Okay, that is helpful. I can't do everything here. I need to shut that grindstone off first of all. I can't cast the youth though. Let's see if I can get this one into play. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to lose this, guys. I actually think I have to like open myself up here. Like, I think I have to kill this grindstone right now. I just cannot afford to take any more damage from this. I'm so low on cards now. And like, my opponent is just drawing cards every turn to remove my creatures. Like, it's really bad. I cannot believe this is happening. This is so wild. I will not churn my Bazaar in the upkeep. I just don't have the luxury of doing that. I need to start drawing. Okay, that's a draw. That is a draw. Getting in for our damage while we can. Vampiric, yep, that's probably bad. Can't imagine that bodes well for me, but let's see. Maybe just more removal. Oh, Ancestral, okay. I mean, I'm not thrilled about that, but it could be a lot worse with some of the combo cards they have. I'd love a hex drinker. I don't know how many I actually have in my deck left, if at all. I think I sided some out, right? Yeah, 2 hex drinkers. And how many hex drinkers have I actually lost? 1 hex drinker. And there couldn't be one in my yard, right? No, so I do have 1 left. This might force a block if my opponent has nothing. I don't think there are any more creatures to... It does, okay. They just gain the life from their guy that dies, okay. Putting themselves back to 5. The oof. I didn't see the oof there. I've got protection from a Swords to Plowshares, or at least unless they have another counterspell. But in fact, I'm drawing cards here and casting them, and beating down with these Root Wallis is not the worst. I'm presuming my Chalice is actually doing some number of work here. Okay. Okay, they're in desperation. I don't know, guys. We're getting there. We are presenting lethal next turn. My opponent is untapped. Oh my god. Let's get rid of that, eh? That is the most fun I have had playing a game. My goodness gracious, guys. I don't even know what to say. That was so unorthodox. Talking about a non-meta deck. I almost got my butt kicked by Painter Grindstone Into the Light. Oh my lord, I don't even know what else they had. Reap. It was a wild, wild brew. I enjoyed that greatly, despite playing that about as badly of a game as I could. Anyways, guys, not our best league, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. And to our last opponent, King Jelly, my goodness, you are a special person. I greatly appreciate you and thank you for that game. It was awesome. See you next time, guys.